Happy Tuesday, Jar of Pain, babies. It is great to be in your headphones today. It is Christmas Eve, I think, when this goes out. You'll be happy to know this is not a Christmas episode. This is just a normal one. So no need to get your holly jollies in a bunch. This is just a regular one. Anti-holiday podcast. Next week, we have a surprise for you. We filmed the last live Jar of Pain show, and that will be the episode for next week. So we'll debut that both audio and video. I cannot wait. This is a great episode. Great episode. It's filled with the wacky and absurd, but also the deep. This is what you guys do best. This is what the Jar does best, is it throws in the deep, dark realities of the world and existence with questions like, is cereal a soup? So I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you have a great holiday. I hope you survive the holiday. You're safe. You're beautiful. You're loved. You're just doing great. And tell somebody about the show. I'd love for you to tell somebody about the show. All right. Goodbye.
Jar of Pain, what time is it? 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 Jar of Pain, what time is it?
Welcome back to the Jar of Pain podcast. My name is Matt.
My name is Ben.
And we're here to give you another great episode of the Jar of Pain podcast where we answer life's toughest questions from silly to serious. Questions that you submitted at jarofpain.com, which you can still do. It's very easy, jarofpain.com. It's right above our heads. Ben here is tired today. It's a Saturday morning. He did not bring an energy drink. I told him I have some cold brew, and he says, it's gross, it's gross, it's gross. No, it's gross.
I don't drink coffee. Coffee is, as I said before, dirty earth water, and I refuse to drink it because it tastes like shit.
This is different. It's not bitter. It's just different.
And as I said to you, and I've said before, and I'm going to say to the camera right now, to everyone ever who's drank coffee, I know it tastes different, but it still tastes like coffee. It's gross.
Well, we have a special surprise for you guys today. I have given Ben a sample of said cold brew, and he's going to take it like a shot.
Brother, I'm not drinking all of that.
Just take it like a shot.
I'm not drinking all of that.
Well, just taste it, and then I'll drink the rest of it.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay, on the count of three. 3. Don't smell it. Just taste it. 3, 2, 1. Get your mic up there.
It's gonna taste like shit.
No, it tastes good.
I can already smell it.
It tastes good.
It smells like straight up just coffee that got left in a cup.
It's time to be grown up. It's time to be a grown up. I bought this yesterday. It's clean. It's nice. It just came from the bottle. Drink it. Take a sip. It's different. Give it to me. Isn't it different than other coffee, though?
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, it's cold brew. It's delicious.
It's definitely not delicious.
You didn't like it?
No.
I thought you would like it.
No, it's like tea. Like I don't like green tea.
Yeah.
It's just too earthy. I've been spoiled by the sugar, big sugar.
Yeah, you've been spoiled by big sugar.
And that's just I need it. I need it where it just
This reminds me of the time we were hosting trivia at the Lakely, and
it's so beany.
I got a cocktail. Lakely makes great cocktails, and I was like, "Wow, you can't even taste the alcohol. You should taste this because you don't drink." And you taste it, and you went, "Oh, it's all booze." And I'm like, "Oh boy,"
because your taste buds are so.
They've been ravaged.
They've been ravaged
by an addictive personality.
So you don't register that anymore. But as a little virgin taste buds over here, I taste that and I'm like, oh, hits me in the face.
Yeah, it's gonna make tacos later that much better though.
Oh, I'm about to suck down a Mountain Dew.
Yeah, some fucking meat.
Oh, I'm gonna suck down some meat and some dew. I don't even really drink Mountain Dew, but every Saturday I get to have a soda. That's my treat for the week. I used to have so much soda during the week that I'm like, all right, once a week, that's it. Saturdays?
Yeah, but you really go for it. You don't just drink one Mountain Dew.
Saturdooski? Saturdooski. I'm getting a Mountain Dew today.
Yeah. If I got Mountain Dew, if I had Mountain Dew, I'd immediately get diabetes. It would just push me over the edge.
That's it. Just one Mountain Dew.
It's funny. Anytime I go to the doctor, they're like, "You got diabetes, right?" I'm like, "No," and they're like, "What?" That's crazy. We got to get you a blood test. You for sure have it. And then I do a blood test, and they're like, "Wow, we're shocked. I am absolutely shook that you do not have
And
diabetes."
the doctor's like, wait a minute. Is this punked?
Yeah.
Am I getting Where's Ashton? Ashton.
Well, should we get to a question, Ben? Now that you're all warmed up, I hope you got some caffeine from that.
I got something from it. Are elephants and giraffes friends or enemies or lovers?
Well, they're not lovers because there'd be a lot of long-necked elephants out there.
Yo, fucking. You know what? Here's a thought that I never think I'd thunk. If there was an animal that could throat an elephant, it would be a giraffe.
Why do you say that?
Because giraffes got fucking long necks.
Are you saying elephants have big dicks?
I know elephants got big dicks.
How do you know?
I've seen videos
What?
of elephants scratching their tums with erect penises. And let me tell you, they're lengthy. And I'm just saying.
Girthy, too?
You know.
Not as girthy as you'd think.
Here's the
probably.
thing. Not as girthy as you'd want.
How girthy do you want it to be?
I mean, if you think like proportionally, you think you'd want like the elephant to have like a thick old hog on him.
Yeah, unfortunately, dick size has nothing to do with proportion of the rest of the body. And I can tell you that from a first-hand account. Any girl I've been with, it's like an archaeological situation.
Anyway, it's just like it's thinner than you think it would be.
Yep, familiar with that too.
But it's long.
Yeah.
And so
That's where me and the elephant diverge.
here's the thing. Are they? I don't know. But
They're not enemies because they don't eat each other. So I think they're chill.
I think they're chill too. But I do want them to be lovers because I want an elephant to get deep throated by a giraffe.
I don't think they could get giraffe and get their neck down there.
I feel like in this situation, the elephant definitely has to roll over.
Do elephants roll over?
I feel like elephants roll over.
God, I kind of feel like it's a semi-truck situation. Once it's on its side, it's kind of ruined.
I think it's quick. It's like a horse. You ever seen a horse roll?
No.
Yeah.
Where are you watching these wildlife
No,
videos?
horses roll over.
Really?
Yeah, for
I
real.
thought they slept standing up.
They can. Their joints are lockable, but they also sleep laying down. But
Huh.
also, they just want to get scritches on their backs, and no one's around to scritch them. They roll over.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. The elephant could then thus roll over. Thus, ergo, vis-a-vis, the elephant rolls over on its back, and the giraffe gives it the old
long neck special.
long neck special.
Yeah, title.
The old I know.
Yeah. So we're saying they're for sure friends. They're
For
not
sure.
enemies.
For sure not enemies.
For sure not enemies.
I hope they're
Because I've seen them
lovers.
hanging out together. I have seen documentaries about the
Dude,
savannah and how, like, rain doesn't come very often, but when it comes, like, it floods these plains, and then everything's like, it's almost like a wetland, and all the animals kind of congregate together to drink water. Like, they understand, like, yeah, we're all thirsty. We're chill.
I've seen Lion King. All right. They're not fucking each other up.
Yeah, did the lions ever kill a zebra in Lion King? No, which is weird because it's a really big part of their culture.
It really is.
And in the Lion King, they all come and they're like, "Oh my God, a new lion to fucking kill us. Let's celebrate this." Elton John is
yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
I think it's Elton John.
They're like, hey, let's give it up to this guy who might just kill us on a whim.
His mom killed my cousin. Oh my God.
Because not only is he the king, and the king can do whatever the fuck he wants with no like retribution.
Yeah, in any place the shadow doesn't touch.
But also he's a lion.
Yeah. They don't go into that.
They
And I
don't.
think they should.
I'm gonna say right now, Disney has ruined my perception of animals.
Yeah.
And
Because they anthropomorphize everything.
yeah, And
They just make everything into a little guy.
yeah, and it's kind of fucked me up. But like, there was a part of me like the other week where I was like doing dishes, and I was like, if this was Beauty and the Beast,
Yeah.
these dishes would think I'm waterboarding them right now.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. You did that to me, Disney. What is the ideal dark chocolate percentage?
I'm gonna go on a limb based on your reaction to the coffee. I don't think you're a dark chocolate guy. I think you're a milk chocolate or a white chocolate guy.
I do like milk chocolate. Milk chocolate is the superior chocolate. However,
Well,
a little dark chocolate is good.
so for you, you're thinking you're probably in the 20s and the 30s percentage.
I don't know. You know what? That'd be a fun thing to do. Just have some candy bars. Boop. Little chocolate. Milk chocolate. Dark chocolate.
I really like. I'm upwards of 70.
Here's the thing. I have had 100% dark chocolate.
It's not very good.
It's like a.
It's too much.
It's like when you have you ever eaten a protein bar and it was like,
Yes.
it's a chocolate protein bar, and then you eat it and it's just like powder. And you're like,
Yeah.
ugh. Same thing.
It's very dry. Yeah. When I used to get stoned a lot, I would have that was my little treat. I'd have a little cube of dark chocolate
Wow.
because it kind of sits in your mouth and you kind of
It's quite fancy.
you melt it and onto your tongue, and it's a wonderfully complex flavor.
You're just getting high and eating charcuterie boards.
Yeah, I am.
Damn.
I was. I don't get high anymore because it makes me anxious.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Hey, have you tried the right strain? Have you ever thought about trying the right strain, dude?
it's not about that for me.
Okay.
I know.
just like
I know
saying
you're
that.
doing a parallel to
Yeah,
the whole
no.
coffee thing.
No. I'm making fun of people because I've heard that countless times where people have like given up smoking, and then they'll always be like, "Yeah, I told my one friend who smokes." And he's like, "Have you ever tried a different strain? You ever think about different strain?"
It also makes me very tired the next day, and I don't. It like makes me foggy.
I get the same thing when I eat 2 melatonins. Have you
Yeah.
tried eating 2 melatonins and seeing if you get high?
I had a melatonin phase. It's bad for you.
I don't like it. I do like to fall asleep naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, this sleep, all natty,
Yeah. I'm all natty sleep too.
all natty sleep, bro.
Except on the weekends, might be a little booze in there passing me out. I fell asleep last night with my phone on my chest, which means I was watching TikTok. And I fell asleep watching TikTok. And then my phone was dead, which means for the first hour I was asleep, the same TikTok was probably on loop on my chest, which is a nightmare to think about.
Yeah.
But I was out. I was out cold. Yeah.
Got some views.
Yeah, that's true. Someone's like, dude, my channel totally popped last night. I got 300 views.
Crazy.
Yeah. I'm for dark chocolate, I'm looking for a specific experience. I'm looking for a high percentage. Sounds like you're not looking for a specific experience.
No, I just want to eat it and I want it to be good. But here's how I eat. Before I was like, give me like a Twix, give me like a Snickers, give me something that's like a little everything smushed together. But recently in this past year, I've been appreciating just a plain Hershey's chocolate bar.
Gross.
Here's the thing.
Tastes like piss.
It doesn't taste like piss. Okay.
It does.
All right. But what I like to do is I like to break off the little bricks
Yeah.
and then I put it in my mouth and then I just suck on it.
Yeah.
Then I just suck hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like one of those giraffes sucking down an elephant. I'm just giving it the long neck
I knew you were
special.
gonna make this into a blowjob joke. I knew it.
wasn't. But then as soon as I
What
said
you said
suck,
sucked hard, I was like, here it comes. The elephant is coming.
the elephant's about to bust in the throat of this giraffe.
Not a title.
I just like suckling on my plain chocolate and letting it dissolve. And then getting a nice, cool, refreshing gulp of cold water.
Yes. I enjoy that as well.
Double fisting a chocolate bar and a cup of water.
When I was a kid, I used to eat wintergreen lifesavers.
Yeah.
Like the minty lifesavers
Oh.
with a cold, like as cold as you can get water without it being frozen.
And then your throat freezes.
Oh, what a refreshing experience.
Oh
though.
my God.
Oh, it's so good.
Does grief ever soften?
This is the best show of all
This
time.
is. Let's just recap real quick before we answer this.
Yeah.
First question, we discussed for a lengthy amount of time giraffes sucking off elephants.
Yeah.
And
How would it be possible?
a description of elephant penises. Then
Yes.
we were talking about chocolate
Mm-hmm.
and the percentage. And then, I want to suck down on chocolate.
Yeah.
And then giving our throat brain freeze, but in our throat. So throat freeze.
Yeah.
And now someone's come at us would this be existential or would this be...
It's a bit existential. But it's also very down to earth in that it's like this person probably has lost someone or something, whether it be like a relationship or a job.
Yeah.
And they're wondering if grief ever softens. And it doesn't. What happened, in my experience,
Yeah.
when you lose someone
Yeah.
or something, we're not talking about I'm not going to talk about the literal heart anatomically, but emotional heart,
Sure.
right? The one with the Grinch grew. When you lose something or
Well-
someone,
Well, actually, his heart did grow.
there's-
I saw the x-rays.
yeah, that's true. I saw
They did grow.
what I'm getting at is it's like a piece of your heart gets punched out. There's a hole in your heart. And it's not like that ever fills back in. But as you grow and continue to grow and evolve as a person, your life experiences grow your heart and more complexity in your emotions. And the hole that once seemed huge doesn't seem as big anymore, but it's never filled in. That's how I think about it.
It's kind of like a callus, you know what I mean? Or like
Yeah.
a scar.
Yeah, it's still there,
It's there.
but it gets easier to deal with.
Yeah.
So it doesn't soften.
No.
It just feels smaller in relation to the rest of your life.
It's a time thing,
It is absolutely a time thing and an experience thing. Like when you go through your first heartbreak, like in high school, you're like, it's over. My life is done. And then you go off to college or you go live your life and your life gets bigger and more complicated and you just kind of forget about that. But it's never filled in. It's still a little piece of emptiness inside of you, but the overall piece of you has gotten bigger. So prospectively, it feels less. Yeah.
Just like an elephant's penis.
Yeah.
It will soften eventually. But for the most part, it's there long and hard.
Mm-hmm.
And that's grief, baby.
Good luck. Sorry about that.
What if it isn't all going to be okay?
Back to back toughies. We've gotten this question a few times about like, is it all going to be okay? I shouldn't mock our viewers, but
No, mock them. They deserve to be mocked.
is it all going to be okay? What's the point of all of this? Here's the thing. There's no point. You make the meaning.
There's literally not. I've thought about it these past couple of days. Nothing.
Yeah.
There's no point in anything. You just do what you want to do
Yes.
until you don't want to do it. And
Find
do
what
the
makes
next
you
thing.
joy. Find love in your life from other people. Go where the love is. You'll have a fine time. Unless the love exists in like an exclusive club where they hate minorities, like the KKK. Don't do that. But like,
But even then, if your heart is truly calling out to be a racist piece of shit, go be a racist piece of shit. It's what you want to do in your life. I don't know. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but what I'm trying to say is it all comes down to what you want to do in here. That's what life's about.
yeah,
And even then,
I'm going to push back on that a bit.
okay, maybe I'm not saying do it. I'm just like, the point is, whatever your heart is. If you think that being a piece of shit is what you want to do, maybe, I don't know, go to
Try it for a
church.
bit.
Try for a bit. You know what?
Try for a bit.
Twice in my life, I have come across the post on the internet where someone was like, I don't think I'm gay, or I didn't think I was gay. So I went out, had sex with a dude, and then realized it's not for me. And that's
Try
what
it.
you need to do.
Try things.
Try things.
Experiment.
Oh, you think you might be gay? Fucking
Try it.
top someone down. You know what I mean? And then
You'll for sure know then.
you'll definitely know.
You'll know rather
That's-
quickly,
that's
I would imagine.
super quick.
Yeah.
when you're balls deep in some dude's cheeks, you're gonna title.
Just try it.
Give it a whirl.
Yeah. What was the initial question?
Is it all gonna be okay?
Yeah, it's all gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine.
And here's like a really cool part about life people do not realize. You have agency. You can change your life.
You can literally do anything. If you wanted to, you could rob a bank right now. Do you
You
realize
could
that?
do it. People forget this. If you don't like your job, get another one. I understand money. There are things, especially as you get older and maybe you have kids and you have a mortgage and things like that, that make you a little less dexterous. But there has never been more opportunities to change your life than there is right now. I really believe that.
Yeah, obviously.
And you can just disrupt the simulation. Start small. Wake up one day and say, I'm going to go for a walk and I'm going to go to a restaurant I've never been to. Something like that. Something as small as that. You'll find meaning in your life. Don't let the predictability of your lifestyle like trick you into thinking you have no opportunities for change. You absolutely have opportunities for change. Start small. Don't go big right away. But like if I wanted to go get naked and dance in the park, I could. I don't want to do that, but I could do that. Now there would be consequences.
There would be repercussions.
But that's find the things that will give you positive consequences.
I mean, or fucking, dance naked in the park. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
whatever.
Maybe do it at night.
Quit being a slave to society, man.
Man.
Freaking do whatever you want, man. Don't let the government put its boot on your neck, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
You're going to be all right.
Man. Is cereal a soup?
It's the best podcast of all time. This is the best podcast of all time.
Best pot of all time.
Tell your friends about this. Let's grow the show together. I said this in the intro to the last episode. Let's make a little place where we can talk about weird things. I think that sounds fun.
That is fun.
It's fun for us. That's why we're here on a Saturday morning doing this.
This is true. Now, soup or stew? Because isn't a stew have more bits and pieces in it than a soup?
Stew's a little thicker.
All right, so definitely don't want a stew.
But
cereal.
I would say, what is a soup?
Is it? Well, a soup would be a thinner. But I thought stews have more, kibbles and bits in them.
You can call anything a stew. A soup, any soup can be a stew. Not every stew is a soup. But that's not the question.
Is that fucking? That's the same thing with squares and rectangles.
It is. It's not the question. The question is cereal a soup? It kind of is. And there are cold soups.
However, wouldn't you add milk to a soup to make it thicker?
You can.
Make it creamier? So technically,
It's a cream-based soup.
it would be I feel like it'd be more of a stew then, because the thing that thickens it is the
You're
milk.
getting trapped on this soup stew thing. As someone who makes a plethora of soups and stews, every week I make a soup or a stew. There's not really a huge difference there.
Okay, so then what are you saying, Mr. Soup Connoisseur? Kind of soup?
The question is
Title?
cereal a soup? I think it is. It's a cream-based cold soup.
All right.
It's a cream-based cold dessert soup.
You're feeling very intense about soup right now.
Well, you just keep bringing up this stew thing, which is just like it's a non sequitur. It doesn't matter.
I mean, but what if you use whole milk in your cereal? Which, by the way, wild. But if you're using whole milk, that's a thick soup, dude.
Soup can be thick.
But that's stew.
Every soup is a stew.
Right, but what makes a stew different from a soup is all
There's-
the things you add in it. So if you
I don't
have
think that's true.
if you have a thick liquid combined with a bunch of little bits in it,
Ben, you're getting caught on
that's
the wrong.
not a soup. That's a stew.
It didn't ask, is cereal a stew? It asked if cereal is a soup, and every soup
Right.
is a stew, so cereal is a soup. This is not difficult.
What do you think a minion tastes like?
Well, I think they got a lot of fat on them. They're little pudgy guys,
Like a fatty,
like a pork shoulder, kind of.
like a savory circus peanut
You think they're sweet?
title. Circus peanuts are gross.
They're
So,
good.
No.
The texture is phenomenal, and they're very sweet. But put them in the fridge, so the texture is a little harder. Yeah, this is why the doctors are shocked. that I do not have diabetes. I know cool tricks like that.
No cool tricks like putting a circus peanut in a fridge.
Yeah. You think they taste like candy? Certainly not. They're an animal.
Like a bad candy.
You think they taste bad? I think Minions are delicious.
I mean, what are they made from though?
They're an animal.
They're grown in a lab. They're not an animal.
They're not grown in a lab.
They're not grown in a lab?
No. Have you ever seen Despicable Me?
No, but now that I'm thinking about it, dude, Despicable Me is just Willy Wonka in his villain arc.
So they go over the history of the Minions in Despicable Me.
Yeah.
And the Minions have always existed. The Minions will always just follow the most evil, powerful thing. So they go throughout time, and like Genghis Khan, Minions. And then they actually like
Hold on. We need to we need to dive into that one because
yeah. So they go through time.
No.
And they talk about who the Minions were following, and then during the 1940s, when Hitler would have been the guy the Minions follow, they put the Minions in a cave for seemingly no reason. Like they just took a break.
Okay. And then all of a sudden we get to Hitler and they put him in a cave? No.
I actually don't know if Genghis Khan was mentioned, but they go through history.
Well then Genghis Khan definitely did it.
Yeah, but they talk about Minions are like an animal that have just always. They actually go back when like the Minions were like amoebas, where they're before anything was real, and everything was like cellular level, and like the most powerful cell like had Minions around it helping it. They go into it.
Minions partook in the Holocaust.
No,
And
they explicitly say
No.
in the intro of the movie that they were not part of the Holocaust. They don't say it exactly. They
Okay.
just show it.
Well then that means that the Minions had an urge
To partake.
to partake because it was happening, but like if that's their natural instinct level,
Yes.
dude, Minions
So
are
they're
hardcore.
so they're animals, and most of the animals I've eaten have been delicious. I've never eaten a muskrat or a dog, so I don't know if every animal is delicious, but cooked right, with the right spices, the right mirepoix, a little red wine, a little white wine maybe, you could roast a minion to perfection. And I'm guessing they're little fatty guys because they seem a little gelatinous, you know?
The one does have a thick little booty.
Yeah, that's a rump roast.
I'm just processing.
Yeah.
Minions definitely partook in some fucked up shit.
Yep.
And that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a jar of pain first.
Exclusive. This is the last question.
Well,
We must manifest.
okay, hold on. Let me think of a beat.
Yeah, get your beat going. Make sure the mic can pick up the beat. Okay, I'm catching it. If minions are delicious, were they in the Holocaust? Yeah. Oh, yeah. If minions are delicious, did they do the worst things? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would like a minion, but I won't do what it takes to have them. Yeah. Yeah. Last question, yeah. It was all right. 6 out of 10. Not our best.
I like that. It gave me a Dumb and Dumber Mockingbirds.
That's kind of what I was going for, yeah.
Nice. What
This
is
is a show
the
question.
ugliest a person could be that funny can compensate? Describe them. Ooh.
This is a mean-spirited question.
It is, but also kind of fun. The ugliest a person can be that funny would level it out.
Now, I've done this joke on stage, and this isn't about funny, but it is about talent.
Yeah,
When Susan Boyle started hitting the charts,
that's true.
the reason we all watched that clip is because an ugly woman got out on stage. We're all like, gross. She's gross and worth nothing to us. that's disgusting. Get it off the stage now. And then she sang, and it was the most beautiful thing we ever heard. And we're like, oh my God, ugly people have talent too. This person is incredible. And she went on to sell millions upon millions of records because we're judgmental fucks.
True.
That's just an interesting bit of humanity. So if you have talent, you can get pretty far.
That's true. Chloe Radcliffe is a very popular and on the rise comedian.
I think she's very pretty though.
Very pretty, but have
she
a huge
does have a birthmark
on her face.
But I think that's why she got funny.
Oh, it's 100%.
And I think she would admit that too.
Yeah, she leaned into that and she crushes. But I wouldn't say that's necessarily that makes her ugly by any means.
No, but it is.
But the funny does compensate.
Like if
she had
I think she's pretty.
Yeah, if she had a shit personality though, I'd be like,
And some people with different things about them do go the negativity route. But I don't think there's any amount of ugly that funny can't fix. I'm going to be real with you. I think funny fixes everything. Because funny means smart.
It can mean smart.
I think funny is intelligent. Being funny is intelligence. Now, people can be funny in a dumb way, but you're laughing at them, not with them. If you get people laughing with you, there's some intelligence going on there. You understand language, and you understand
dynamics,
like how to manipulate a story that is relatable to people that they then laugh at.
Yeah.
So there is some intelligence that goes into it. But intelligence is complex. You can be really funny and a dumbass everywhere else too.
This is true.
So I don't think there's any level of ugly funny can't fix, or talent in general can't fix. Because humans, we love to judge, and we're like, oh, go back to wiping the wood floors at the orphanage.
You suck, you stupid orphan.
And then they sing or they dance, and you're like, oh, humanity's amazing.
Holy shit, this orphan can frickin' shred.
This worthless piece of shit has something to give.
If you had parents, you would have never been this good.
Yeah, I don't think there's any level of ugly that talent can't fix.
Back to you, San Francisco.
Jonathan, what time is it? 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 Jonathan, what time is it?